What's up, pups? Hope you're doing absolutely amazing out there. My name is Sam Wolf. Welcome. Saturday night, November 9th. What's up, Tam Tam? What's up? Dear Slayer, hope you guys are doing good. All right. What's everybody up to tonight? Cool. All right. What's up, Tom Kane? Good to hear you. Doing good. I'm gonna get a little sip of this red I just opened. That is good. So you guys are doing the right thing by staying on the charts tonight. Things are moving up. We are looking absolutely beautiful. I hope you guys are taking advantage of the situation. All our wildest dreams are coming true. We got a pro crypto president coming in. Things are changing. Yeah. Oh, that's good. That's really good. All right. Bitcoin is at $76,414, and it has just nipped a resistance line. I had my chart, pulled some from back here. There's no right or wrong. I had just drawn these a long time ago, and they've been being respected very well here. Let's move it around. Let's see. Now, obviously, we're going to keep making our way up. We're heading up toward 80,000. That is the target going on right now. And it's beautiful. Tom is always good. Good, man. Good. I'm going to put these up here so I can see you guys. Tam, can we look at EHEX and PHEX? Of course we can. Of course. I love your streams. I'm so proud of you. Thank you so much. I appreciate the great vibes you guys are sending. You all are my favorite people to hang out with. Absolutely my favorite people to hang out with. Nowhere else I'd rather be right now than looking at the charts with you guys. Now, I do these with you live. This is just my time, actually, that, I'm going to look at charts so you just see me, how I'm looking at it and how I break it down. Let's go in a little closer here. Let's see. We're making a hammer. We're moving up. There's no doubt in my mind. I think you can see this coming down a little bit. I think you could probably, Sunday night is probably when it'll rip to the upside, as Bitcoin usually likes to do that on Sunday night before the week begins. I appreciate the likes. You guys smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, because you're in good hands and we're only going to take you in better directions. All right. Now we're going to head up into this territory up here. This is space. I just drew this line from here. It doesn't necessarily mean anything right now. Okay. This is coming up here around 90,000, heading to 100K. Okay. Just drew it off the peaks of the last bull run, 2021. Now, you guys know we had this huge cup and handle over here. We had also an inverse head and shoulders. We just had a ton of bullish patterns that have all been breaking to the upside, because we're breaking out right now. And it's almost too obvious, but at the same time, we have to take it. I got to trade what's on the charts. I have to analyze what's on the charts. That's all I can do. I don't want to speculate on any emotions or anything. We just know we're going up, okay? If you guys haven't seen my video, I did a video about a trend line on Bitcoin. that is something that I have to acknowledge exists, and I'm going to draw it really quick for you guys. I think what I was looking at was it this? Yeah, it was something like this. I made a video on it, and we are under it right now, if you were to see this as respect. So based on that video, I was drawing based on, when we're going to hit this. I think we're going to move up. I think you might see, honestly, not trying to, get everyone to jump into Bitcoin right now, but you might see a God candle on Sunday night, okay, moving toward this line. It's very possible we could be in that territory. But, this line's, if we hit it now, we're at 84K, 85K, 87, heads all the way up. So it's just something I'm looking at to consider, where we could see a major rejection. But regardless, we are going to 80K, and I think for certain we're going to go past 80K. But somewhere between 80K and this trend line up here, 90K, we're going to have some stuff. And how major that stuff is, who knows? We're going to keep track of how things are playing out, what's going on for that. And it's really not about the news. A lot of people that I think got wrecked this last year. What's up, Landscraper? How you doing, brother? A lot of people that got wrecked over this last year were looking at the news, and that's the worst thing you can do, right? You've probably heard people say who do trade, like, show me the charts, I'll tell you the news. And that's what I believe. We just look at the charts, we look at what it's telling us, and we play that, and that's it. And a lot of news could be used to manipulate people in and out of the market, et cetera, so we don't pay that much attention to it. We look at bigger things, though. We look at inflation data, we look at the jobs reports, we look at a lot of factors. The bond market tells us a story that there are concerns, and I think nobody mistakes that. Everyone knows whoever was the new president is going to inherit a big problem, a hornet's nest, without a doubt. The question is, do the hornets come out of the nest now, in January, February, in May, at the end of summer, a year from now? That's what we don't know, because on the bigger scale, they can hold things off for a while. But and hopefully we get a big altcoin run before that happens. But certainly now we're in a bulk Bitcoin run, and we got to play it by ear and see what happens, okay? But if you guys want to go back and look at that trendline video I made explaining some things, it's obviously on my channel. In the meantime, let's see what else we're looking at here. Market cap dominance, we're looking great. Ideal situation is if I go back and put this on the weekly. And guys, I'm doing great. I'm just got my head buried in this, as always. But I make it work. My heating bill is through the roof. It's getting cold where I am. But look, so ideally, the way things goes up. See this back in 2018, rocked all the way up until 2019. It started plummeting. We had major altcoin runs all through this 2020, 2021. When this fell off, your altcoins ran nuts in 2021, and we're looking for something similar to happen here. So, if you were to just draw this out, we've already broken out. No one doubts Bitcoin's going nuts, but certainly at some point we're hoping this to break down and give us that altcoin run. Nothing's guaranteed in life. Past performance is no prediction of future results. You guys have heard all that before. This is excluding Bitcoin and ETH. We are only a $680 million market cap. That's pretty much all the altcoins. We got a long way to go. We had a ways to go. We had a lot of work to do. And here's my thing with all. I know you guys are hearing everything. Crash, blah blah blah, this and that. I do believe that a lot of the recession has already happened. This is to quell a lot of anyone who's worried out there. A lot of the recession has already happened. So even if we did get a major smackdown to allow these rate cuts to be absorbed, et cetera, and to make the bond market happy, I do think it'll be short-lived. I don't see us falling apart and then we're stuck in 4 years until 28, 29. I don't see that. I do think if there is something that does happen, we'll have a delay, kind of similar to the zombie apocalypse, where things went to crap for 9 months or whatever it was, 6 months, 9 months, depending on how I look at it, and then things are going to go absolutely ballistic. But the market does need to absorb the situation from the president, the bond market, the rate cuts, etc. How big that is, I don't know, but I do think it'll be short-lived. I'm not one of those who thinks this collapse is going to be the thing and then it's all over. Now, maybe I'm wrong, but I think it could be short-lived because there's more money to be made with markets going up than down, and I think we've already had a lot of recession. I think bigger players want to get everybody into the market. They really do because, hey, when the casino's open and running, everyone's happy, okay? And everyone's getting money. Everybody's making money, including the people we don't like. So in general, I think more people are in favor of that. So we may not get a big, long, massive, crushing thing like some people are predicting. So people may think it's over, but we may get that. We may get another massive push up after this one. This is market cap dominance of USDT. You can see this is a bear market. When it's up here, we are bullish, and we're heading toward this trend line. So until we rip up, we're looking really good. All right. DS Peter, what's going on? And Belta, hello. Nice to meet you. Let's see what's going on over here. If you guys are here on Saturday, you guys are the real degens. I'm telling you. You are the real troublemakers. Let's go look at Atropa really quick. I was just looking at this before I started. Kind of did a quick thing. It's breaking out really strong. It looks very similar to pDAI. All these things are very heavily liquidity bonded. You can see that very clearly. I explained this before, and I'll explain it again very simply, that first things kind of move, buddy. They move like this, and then they move like this, and then they move like this, okay? And this is the last leg, the euphoric phase. And when it comes to pDAI, I had put a number of support levels, you guys know, in my last videos, and I said it's not gonna come down as low as people think, and that's why I drew a lot of lines. And I put a double line here, and you can see how strong this held. And this line down here may not even be hit, and then obviously this uptrending support isn't going to be hit. So we may be moving up. So I went ahead and put this. So for you pDAI ones out there, still want to accumulate. What's been great, you guys know, a lot of bigger players are now accepting a possibility that pDAI may be a real thing, that it may be really happening, and I think that's great. That's why you see more bullish momentum coming into these assets like pDAI, because it's kind of getting the green light from a lot of bigger players. So you really want to consider, if you haven't packed your pDAI bag, to really DCA, because we're nowhere near this yet, okay? And you know it's going up there. And I put this up here. I think last live stream I was playing around is 0.025 cents. And either way, you got to remember, guys, this is a $100 million market cap on something that's going to, ideally, you know the target, which is $1, and we're at 0.004 cents, 0.00, half a penny. So that's over 200x away. So I mean that's, you know, the target. It's a no-brainer. So it's a good place to DC into it. And this is very bullish patterns here. You see kind of another W. You got W's in here. We're looking very strong on the pDAI. Go to the weekly here. And that's a candle. That is a candle. Let's come over here to this RSI. What are you up to, RSI? I think we're breaking out. I think we are. Well, let me just look at this a little differently too. Yeah, I mean, you see this W. So we're looking really good. What's this doing over here? Yeah, you got bullish signals all over bullish signals. I mean, it's pretty amazing. You got possibly another. Certainly got a little cup and handle going on here. We can go ahead. Yeah, you had inverse head and shoulders here. W's, cup and handles. This is looking beautiful. Let's just chart this cup and handle just for fun. I know that you guys aren't planning on selling when this goes up. You're looking to accumulate and ride this up to $1. That would be the sensible thing to do. But if I were to just chart this, the next target for pDAI looks like it could be, if this breaks out, it's right here. Oh, look at it. I think this is it. 0.007. And it puts us right above all this resistance. Okay, we had a ton of resistance here. And it seems to me, based on this move, if we break this line at 0.0048 cents, we're going to blast right through all this resistance, and we're going to land right up here at the old support of the last high back in, this range we had back in spring of last year. So, not last year, in 2024, but this spring. And once we get up here, we're not going to break down below that. Very much doubt it. This is a very strong range because you're blasting through a tremendous amount of buy and selling. Okay, huge demand areas, and based on this, you're going to rocket right through there. And once you get here, it's going to cut through this like a knife through hot butter, man. A hot knife through butter. And then we're going to go into blue sky territory very quick. So if you're going to DCA, I wouldn't wait because this pattern looks like it's going to keep breaking up to the upside, and you may not even get a retest back on this line. Yeah, 007 would be beautiful, and I think that's where we're headed. That is where we're headed on pDAI. I'll make that official. We're heading to 007 on this breakout, and you guys can hold me to that. And we'll see what happens after there, because after there it's just blue skies, and eventually we get to $1. So a lot of X's there. My thinking is, if you're thinking, oh, this meme that somebody's got, or pDAI, I mean, you got strong targets here. You got an extremely strong chart. We can look over here to Atropa. This is only a 40 million market cap, and this is something that has massive effect on the whole ecosystem. And I believe the Atropa dev has mentioned that Atropa is going to. Did Maria Rahal say $7? Did I get that right? $7 for Atropa? That's oh yeah, let's do wake up teddy bear. Yeah, let's go look at teddy bear, because this teddy bear is also going to be moving very similar to Atropa and DAI. Let's do this. Oh, what's interesting? I just want to see really quick, because I know there's people that are very bearish against pDAI and Atropa. Not that they're bearish, they just, they're people who just didn't want to believe what was happening or whatever. Can I do this? I'm just curious what they might have been seeing. I bet you some people probably were plotting this. Yeah, look at that. It would have taken you all the way down to 0.005 cents. I bet you people were, that's a perfect range. Guess what happened? Nope, didn't happen. And I know people had plotted that, and some people probably went short because a lot of people are still short pDAI and Atropa, and they just got wrecked because it's not going to happen. And I explained that on all the videos I was making with you guys, where I was showing you guys, I was like, look, it's going to be front run. If you guys remember, and I was telling you we'll be lucky if we get to this line, and I said to DCA, that's why I put a line here, and I told you it's not even going to make this uptrend, because same thing, obviously if this would have gone down, pDAI would have gone down, and people were probably betting it would have, and that's what this candle was. It was a big FU, because it ain't happening, which is what I suspected. And we'll look at PTGC too, because I was telling you PTGC likes to fake people out too. And okay, we're going to look at bear though, and we'll come back. Some of these, let's see what's going on bear. How's it sound, by the way? That's what he said, $7 something? Yeah. It's going there, 100%. And we'll definitely look at those two. Tam. Teddy bear, this one. He said, I think it goes higher. I was looking at some crazy price of Atropa around like $20, $21, but I'll have to chart that again. I think he's playing it cool, but when all this comes into play, what's going on? I'm not using that much bandwidth. it's going to be really glorious. Ooh, somebody was playing with this chart. Okay. I made a big mess on here. So let me get rid of all this muckety muck. Okay. So yeah, similar things happening. I think we're going into a higher incline. You can see, you're like this, and now we're heading like this. Okay. We're heading up more vertical. Once again, you may not touch this trend line. I think, see, Bear's only at 18 million, and a lot of people are probably ignoring it right now. But the second the Heartman, just imagine the first day he comes back streaming, and he has like a teddy bear on his lap. Dude, this is going to have a God candle on it like you've never seen before. And the reason I'm saying that is because it's kind of just been left alone. It's kind of like laying in the background, not doing much. Okay. And I explained before, nice long accumulation. And you know what is interesting, Tom, is I was explaining before that in crypto, you've usually got these massive extensions. So you'll see that on the, for example, let me show you something. Because this goes exactly what. Let me show you something, guys. So you've seen this picture a million times. Oh, do I got to consent? You're gonna take my data? Why? What'd I do? Okay. Okay, I probably didn't pull up the right thing, but okay. So you go into this euphoria area, okay? Okay, and you see that on every crypto chart. Okay, you go nuts. What happened on teddy bears? You just had a kind of like a weak distribution through here. Okay, and so what I think's going to happen. Actually, I feel pretty confident this is what is going to happen. Instead of getting the overextension like you would have gotten, like for example, this would have naturally from here would have gone like this. Okay. Okay, almost like similar you see here. We didn't get that. Okay. So Tom's very right when he says nice long accumulation. It almost just came off like it's a distribution accumulation. And what's going to happen is all that pent up energy that didn't go here is going to go, when the Heartman comes on and this meme gets attention, and you're going to see a type of pyramid here that's going to be unbelievable. It's going to be off the charts. Okay, it's going to be just an insane pop to the upside. So it's going to go from like it's going to go from, let's say we get back up here and it's at 40 million. It'll go from like 40 million to like 1.4 billion, like overnight. So make sure you have some teddy bear. It's an absolutely beautiful project too. If you see the website of us, I thought it was super cool. Has that appeal. The artist did a really great job, and you can imagine. Oh, there you go. Yeah, there's a Heartman there. Don't blink exactly. I think that's what's going to happen with teddy bear. You won't be able to blink. It's going to just go nuts. It's been pent up too long. And it's going to go together with the hype of the Heartman coming back. So you got to be ready for that. And it's going to happen suddenly. So definitely financial advice. Don't tell anybody I said that, but you should be in there. Solana's having network issues again. That's fine, man. Solana does what it does really well. It's fast. It's easy to use. It's fun. It's perfect for memes. Where are we at? We're going to look at, what do we say? I looked at Bear. Did Atropa. No, $20 Atropa would be nice. I think it's very possible for later on. When PulseChain is at $150 billion market cap, Atropa could be up there. And then some. I think I had some charts I was looking at PulseChain being at around a $400 billion market cap. And I know it sounds insane right now, but trust me, it's like the people's chain, guys. It's the people's chain. You have to understand that. And that's going to be a big narrative. We're going to look at, I know Tam said flex, earn, and loan. Okay. You really like those ones, huh? Let's see what happened. Yeah, we were watching those. And I should save the ones we found because flex was the one you get hacked. So I think this is liquidity is... I think this is it. Okay. Well, it hasn't moved. It's still doing what it's doing. It's hanging out. Does have some bullish. Yeah. This is the one I said was the best of the three because I remember this because I see like left shoulder head, right shoulder, a cup and handle. It's like an Adam and Eve. There's just some interesting bullish patterns all kind of showing that there's not a lot of low left on this. This could break out of here pretty soon, actually. Let's see what this is telling me. Yeah, I think this is the one that's going to break out of all three. The first, if you are interested in this. Flex. And then, earn. This is the one you got the PulseX. This is 114K. Let's go. Okay. So let's see what happened. All right. So it broke out of here. This thing that I had drawn, and it fell back in, and it didn't catch support. Okay, so what you needed to see was this buyer stepped in, right, where it pops out and touches there, and goes up. Even if it falls down more, it's okay, but it fell back in, so it wasn't ready yet. We got a kind of nasty fake out there. And I think I was saying before that this could fall out of here. I think I did mention that. It wasn't that... Yeah, this could come back and retest some lower stuff down here, okay? It's possible. But we got to see what happens. We don't know. It looks like it doesn't know what it wants to do either yet, so... But... not looking at, I think, what do we look at? Earn. That was the strongest so far. Let's look at own. Your mic keeps going off and on, does it? Is it going in and out? Let me check this Rode mic. What's it saying? I didn't hear it. I didn't hear it click in and out. But maybe what it is the internet. Maybe I need to turn off some bandwidth here. What's using bandwidth? Make sure nothing's on. Nothing's running. I got too many charts open. Let's go to loan. Let's see if it does it again. Tap me. I'll do a deeper dive into that. T-Bizzle, thanks. 2136. Okay, let's go. Okay. Yeah, loan's hanging out. Hasn't moved much since we saw it last. I do, part of me feels like we're going to come down and fill out one of these wicks, either this one or this one, just from a cursory glance. Like I said, I don't know the project well. I'm just kind of looking at the chart. I'm looking at the indicators down here, RSI and MACD. There's a chance we come down and test it because, my eye sometimes, I quickly see this W, but unfortunately that's inverted. So I kind of see this like M here, and I see this reluctancy for this to break the midpoint. There's always like a 50% level. Yeah, are we above it? Yeah, we could be. But you know what? I did mention that. I said this in the other stream. I said this needed to come up and break this area. And if it does, we're heading up to this line. And if it does that, we're looking good. Now, it's possible we've broken that mid-range because we've come up and we may be hanging right above it. Now, it's not super strong, but it's possible we did do it. And if we did do that, then we're heading up to this line. We head up to this line, we're going to get above it. Okay, I'm going to say that. All right. If not, if this comes down, if this starts heading down, I think we're going to retest one of these wicks. Okay, probably just this one. I don't see any reason to go much lower. I don't see that much weakness in this chart. I just don't see a lot of strength. Okay, like even this, if it did get above the midpoint here of above this resistance area, it's kind of very lukewarm. It's just kind of like, I just barely made it above. So let's see what happens. This needs to head to this line up here. If it does that, we're looking good. Dear Sarah, thanks. Tom, thanks. Landscraper. Hey, Bente, what's happening? And let's see. Oh, sorry, I missed some comments up here. Let me go back just a little bit. You still think Bear could go to a $5 million market cap? Do you mean billion or million in Belta? I think you mean billion, or are you thinking about the drawdown that I was kind of drawing that I thought other traders were betting on. No, that was Atropa. Teddy Bear, I don't think is going to go down to a $5 million market cap. Well, I mean, look, short of something, if an event happened in the cryptocurrency markets or whatever shenanigans, yeah, it's coming to a $5 million market cap. It is coming right here because that's where your major support is. All right. And that would be a great buy. You could even come down to a $3 million market cap if a lot of shenanigans hit the crypto markets. All right. So this would turn, like, everything is going to go to its strongest support. It's going to come down in this range. Okay. That's your bear. That's shit happening. Bear case, no pun intended. That would be the worst case scenario. And I think I drew that on some other charts. Like I always have like the lowest lows on there too that things could go to. And you'll see that, in all, whether it was a zombie apocalypse or something, everything just kind of like as things sell off. But this is your area it's going to go. It's going to go between $3 and $5 million market cap. And then you should scoop it up there because then what happens is we chop, hit, and we go. So it's not necessarily a bad thing if you're able to take advantage of it. Now, $5 billion market cap, if that's what you meant, yeah, I 100%, and I made videos on it, I 100% think, I know the bear will get to a $5 billion market cap, 100%. All right, 100%. There's just no way it can't. Okay, with the amount of money that's going to pour into crypto, whether that's this tail end of this last leg of the bull run or we have some hiccup and then we have the big, thing, the money's going to pour in. I don't think that much money's coming in right now. There's over six, and I'm not going to open up a ton of charts on sideline money right now unless you guys want, but I think it's $6.14 trillion in money markets sitting on the side right now, and that's big money. So they haven't dove in yet. All right, and usually they do. So they're expecting a hiccup for whoever comes into the office or whatever that is to dive in. That's a lot of capital sitting on the sidelines still, and this is smart money. All right, it's big money. So they know some stuff. So we're going to capitalize on what we got, but we're ready for whatever happens. But we don't know when that's going to happen. We don't know how, because remember, big money's getting 5%. Is it 4%, 5%? You have to understand where, if I have 20K, it doesn't mean shit to me. I need to be in the market, right? But if you have $20 million, 5% is a lot of money. Or some of these cats have $1 billion. It's $6.14 trillion are sidelined. You always got to keep that in the back of your head. That's a lot of money. Can you answer that? Okay. Let me know if I missed something to you guys. T-Bizzle says, can you answer that question about PulseX and the 169X, or should I go back and rewatch? Maybe I missed something. T-Bizzle, fill me in on that question again. Did you ask it earlier? I just watched. Oh, here it is. Okay. I said 169X. Isn't the market cap $4 billion right now? Or is that without the OA? What's the real market cap? What's the case? So T-Bizzle, that's a great question. And that is with the OA, which is about 90%. The actual market cap of PulseX, which is what T-Bizzle is referring to, is $600 million. And I can show you that right now. Okay, I'm going to come over here to GoPulse. And T-Bizzle, no, that's not GoPulse. Hang on one second. That's another one. That's a good one too. Here's GoPulse, okay? And I want all of you guys to get familiar with GoPulse. And T-Bizzle, you should save this link to GoPulse, save gopulse.com. Now, you can come over here, and you can see the market cap is $600 million, okay? And I can go to the main page. Let me make sure you guys are seeing this. Was it carried away and you guys don't see it? Okay, cool. So you can see over here in GoPulse, we got all the tokens here. Okay, and I'm going to show you something. It's really simple. You see that Pulse says $844 million market cap. Okay, is it that high? I don't know. I think they could all be slightly lower than what is being shown. But if you include OA, it's a $7 billion market cap. Okay, now there's probably about 90% of tokens that are with the OA. And the interesting thing you got to keep in mind is maybe the OA has even more than that. Okay, and that's a good thing. Okay. So actually, it could pump way harder than anybody realizes. All right, because the OA may be owning at least 90% of the tokens or more. That's why I think the market cap's a little bit lower than this. And PulseX, of course, you can see over here, $600 million market cap. And it's amazing. I made that video because I really think people are underestimating how powerful this buy and burn is. Guys, so I just made a video. It's on my channel, PulseX, and it's burned almost $33 million. $33 million of value have been burned off PulseX. That is, and there's hardly any transaction volume on PulseChain yet. Think about it. Think about it when we really get in a bull run, when things are popping off, when people are coming over here, because we will be the best game in town. The transaction volume is going to go through the roof. And what is this burn going to do? That's why I explained in that video, 169x is very realistic for PulseX. Very realistic. All right. And if you come over here, once again, you can click this back on and turn on the OA. So that you see the 4.3 billion right there. Okay. And wow. And this is climbing. And this number is going to climb fast, which means the fundamentals for PulseX are really underestimated. And frankly, we haven't seen anything like this before in crypto. PulseX is burning 21.7. It's 21.7% of all transactions fees. All right. We've never seen that in crypto. Uniswap doesn't do that, and SushiSwap do that. They both kind of suck in terms of them not really taking advantage of game theory and how to share value with people who hold the project. That's what makes PulseChain so spectacular, because there's a lot of value being reshared with the community on a lot of the projects. All right. And a lot of creators are taking advantage of that. So things are going to blast off, but we've never seen anything like this before. Okay. Barely anything's happened on PulseChain, and we burned $32 million of value. Who knows what numbers it could do? Who knows? T-Bizzle, you're very welcome. It's a great question. Which wallet is best to use for PulseChain projects? Okay, so there are two wallets that I recommend. One is called, Internet Money, IM, which is made by a Hexagon PulseChain person. I think it's a very, very awesome wallet, except I had issues with it with my laptop, so I switched to Rabby, and I had no issues with Rabby, though I do like the IM wallet the best. And I actually have been wanting to reach out to the creator and find out, because maybe I was doing something wrong, because the way it works with PulseChain is like bar none incredible. It's amazing. But Rabby wallet is a very, very awesome wallet. I highly recommend it. I do not recommend MetaMask, and as a matter of fact, I recommend you do not use MetaMask. Yes, Billy and I mean, you guys are welcome. I hope we go up only. I hope we go up only, bro. Yeah, me too, Umberto. Yeah, me too. PulseX going to the moon. What's the crack, pups? What's the crack, pups? What's up, pups? What's the crack tonight is some, what is this? Primitivo. This is from Moravia. Yeah, they make good wine out here. It's red. Very tasty. That's the crack tonight. Maybe really late night, you know. We'll get out the real crack. Did I miss anything? All right, let's go see PulseX. We did Teddy Bear. Invite Sonny. Dude, I've been wanting to talk to Sonny for so long. Can I message him privately on the Telegram? Because the thing is so full. I think in the Sonny's pub, I use Rabby. We'll check out IM. Yeah, check out IM. It's cool. Like, it works great with PulseChain in terms of showing everything. I just had some weird issues with it, with my setup, and you know, maybe it's like I'm using Mac, so maybe it does something with Mac. I don't know. I have to find out. But it would be awesome to talk with Sonny. Does somebody know him? Reach out to him. I'd love to do an episode of conversations on chain with Sonny. Lots been happening. Would be great to talk to him about it. Okay, let's go look at, we said Teddy Bear. We did Pedi, Atropa, Bear. We did PulseX, Pulse. We need to look at incentive. 99% of the tokens are the ducks. I don't know. Maybe not quite that high, but it's possible. I suppose it's possible, right? He could have a lot more. He could have a lot more wallets than we all realize, like, without a doubt. You know, not more wallets. I mean, just he's holding a lot, but that's actually a good thing. Okay, let's come over here to We're going to look at incentive, okay? Now, I'm a farmer. I love farming. I've been farming since the chain opened. I think that, this is interesting. That looks cool. That's nice. That's nice. That's really nice. So I'll tell him if you invite him, he will join you. The Ebonics lover, do it, man. I'd appreciate that. That'd be rad. Yeah. Find out if he's interesting. Send me a message, man. I'd love to have him on Conversations on Chain and chat with him. T-Bizzle says, Maurice says, I had a problem with Rabby Wallet. I'm fairly new with it, but want to do something on PulseChain Network and said it was not supported while it does show my tokens that I have had a bit. So weird. Really, you have to tweak with all the wallets a little bit, including IAM, Rabby, any of them. You got to tweak with them. And I tweaked with it, and I got mine working great, and it's fantastic. Obviously, I can't show you for obvious reasons. Hit up 24/7 by scammers constantly as it is. FYI, KG from Internet Money Wallet said that Rabby's actually taking your info and selling it. No way. Give your IP addresses and your ass. Okay, so I want to get with KG. Actually, I'd love to chat with KG on a Conversations of Chain episode 2 because what he's created is very cool and very smart guy. So I'm going to look back at IM Wallet because it was awesome. The UI was really cool. So yeah, I want to get it working. So let me see if I can get that going. Yeah, I think it's worth if I do another dive back into it and get it going because I certainly trust someone from the community over Rabby Wallet. I mean, who knows what they're doing, right, with your info? I mean, you're kind of choosing between them and Metavask, and neither of them probably have your best intentions in mind. All right. Incentive looks very good, okay? The fact that it's just holding on this uptrend now. You've got, once again, as we've seen on some of the other charts that have been playing out, we didn't even look at PulseChain yet, did we? So we got to go back and look at PulseChain. We got this beautiful inverse head and shoulders forming right here, which formed on everything else, and looks like it's coming here. Hopefully this fills out. It looks like it's going to. And if that happens, we're breaking to the upside in a very massive way. Guys, I'm not doing this to the pip. I'm just doing it a little rough, but you guys can copy me and make this more finer detail for you. So yeah, makes sense. Probably makes sense. We get rejected right there really quick. We come down, hit the top of these. So maybe we do something like, come out of here, 2, 3, 4, 5, come down, plop. Probably go right under a little bit. There we go. So, what is it? Running I am now. Thanks, Steve Bizzle, for that info. Totally. Good evening. Love matters. What's happening? Saturday night. It does matter. Look at us. Saturday. Loveless here. Charting. Oh, yeah. We were already looking at this. So this is from the last stream we talked about. And, so far it's playing out. Let's see what happens. Incentive is really important to the ecosystem. And the fact that Richard Hart has been downplaying incentive, you guys should be a little bit weary about that in a good way. You should be a little bit about, because look, he's smart too, right? He's evolving how he's talking about things in marketing because he wants to reward the best people. He wants a game theory to work. He doesn't want people who just know everything, right? Who clamor in, who can just, because there were bad actors in Hex too. There were, people who didn't do what they said they would do. Right? So he's evolved his game theory. He's evolved the way he makes projects. And Hex is going to blow people's minds as well, but at a certain time, right? And a lot of people aren't understanding Ink, and that's good. Kind of similar to Bitcoin, right? People didn't understand it. There was nobody to overplay it. They were kind of like, who's this Satoshi guy? What is this thing? I don't know. Is it going anywhere? It isn't. People right now are doing to incentive And guys, by the way, I'm just telling you guys this. I haven't made the video on it because this is just pure alpha. Okay, so you guys are getting it. Okay, but just think about this. Early Bitcoin, what were people doing with their Bitcoin? They were mining it for free. Even Hartman says it. He goes, oh, I was getting it just by running my CPU, and I was pretty much getting all these Bitcoins for free, and just by like a few cents of electricity, right? So what's happening right now? People are farming ink. They're getting it for free. They don't value it that much right now, right? Because it plummeted so much. Bitcoin didn't plummet as much, but the game theory is similar. It plummeted in the sense that people didn't know what the frick this new concept was of this digital currency. So in the same way, it plummeted the way incentive did in terms of people's perception of it, right? So this actually is the best thing that ever happened to incentive, okay? Because this, my friends, this drives perception, okay? Think about it. This drives perception. Straight down. What is this? This worthless junk. Bitcoin, what was it in 29? Perception. What is this worthless junk? You idiots with your things. But a few people that the capacity to imagine a future, they thought, I'm going to accumulate these. There's something about these. So the perception has been generated that, well, it's just a dump token. No, stop it. But really, it's the time to be accumulating, just like it was for Bitcoin. But most people are doing what? They're using incentive to buy pizzas, right? They're taking the incentive, they're earning it, and they're dumping it. All right, which is absolutely a choice you can make with it. I mean, no one knows what actually is going to happen, right? But they're doing just like what did people do with Bitcoin in the future, in the past? They were buying pizzas. They're like, here's 10,000 Bitcoin, just give me a pizza. Okay, same thing. They're dumping the incentive to buy something else with it that they value more, because they may not understand what they're holding. And that's why I think this move of this being crushed so much is actually the tell. It is generating perception. Okay, because you have to have a way to create perception. Now we know cryptocurrency is a real thing. We can't just say that, oh, it's all dumb. No, we know it is. So somehow you have to create the perception that this is throwaway. This is worth a pizza, just like Bitcoin was in 2009. All right? But what is it? What is incentive? It's actually something you earn, just like Bitcoin was. All right? And if you earn it and it becomes something, the value can go up very quickly, especially as people scoop it off the market. And the other interesting thing about it is it has major amounts of liquidity. The tokenomics on it are phenomenal, which means every chain, every exchange is going to pick it up very easily. Okay? Let me see something really quick. Let me show you something really quick. If I come over here to GoPulse, okay, let's look at incentive, okay? What's the market cap? It's $100 million, all right? Look at the supply. Okay, and this is going to go up, get slower as it goes up, okay? I'm going to make a video deep diving the tokenomics of it, but it's burned quite a bit. But look at this. Let me show you something really interesting. Look at the market cap here at Pulse, 7.2 billion. If I take out the OA, what is it? 846 million. All right. If I include the OA, what does this go to? 98 million. If I exclude, what is that? It's absolute. This is the key right here, guys. Look, don't tell anybody what I'm telling you on this stream. Don't tell. I'm telling you, just quietly pick it up, put a little bag together, you know. 100 incentive is $200. 1,000 is $2,000. Pick some up. All right. Just quietly put it aside, because I think if I'm wrong, it's going to go up anyway in a big way. We can see that from the chart. If I'm right, though, if I'm right, all right, your 1,000 incentive could retire you. All right. Just like if you got 1,000 Bitcoin back in 2010. Now you had to hold it. You had to hold it 5, 6, 7 years for it to really be that massive value. But it's literally your yacht money. All right? Because when you have something like this that it's not included in the OA, it has nothing to do with it. It's something that's going to be picked up by exchanges more quickly than Pulse, PulseX, or Hex. Okay? You guys need to understand how the crypto market works too. All right? And the liquidity Where's the liquidity? Hang on. Let me show you this really quick. I want to show you this really quick. Hang on. Okay, so liquidity is about a third, over a third, okay, of the market cap. This is what traders look for, like real traders. That's why Bitcoin's so great. Liquidity, all right, the massive liquidity. This, I think, is going to be the one that you're going to see up there where it's like Bitcoin, Ethereum, incentive, all right? And that's all she wrote, man. Once again, all speculation. No one knows what's going to happen, but that is my incentive theory. Angry Beaver, what's happening? How are you? Mum's the word. What's that even mean? I don't even know what that means. DRT. Oh, okay. PulseChain altcoin talk says DRT. Dirt. I heard Maddie Allen went all in. What? DRT? Are you pitching a altcoin? Okay. Or are you talking about incentive? Excellent points. Yes. Incentive and Belta says equals bullish. Ink, great. Thicker. All right. Waiting for PulseX to skyrocket. I don't want to disappoint you, Angry Beaver. So, PulseChain altcoin talk. Richard Hartwin's ticker I just found could be worth $1, worth $1 LP. Okay. Tell you what. Let's go look at one of these. All right. Let's see what you're up to. You guys smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel. Put a comment in there. Let me know what's going on. Really appreciate your support. And I hope you guys are getting a lot of alpha out of this. I spent a lot of time in these charts. I spent a lot of time thinking about all this stuff. Okay. Because there's nobody to get really information on a lot of this stuff. We have a few people who talk about, some of these coins, but there's just not much out there. So we have to sit and think and contemplate what these are, how they work, what the game theory is, what are the mechanics here, right? And we got to be a little nonchalant about it. You know what I mean? Yeah, we got to. We got to be easy about it. We got to be easy about it. So incentives looking really good, and I think it's gonna be really good for you guys. PulseX is game changer with the buy and burn. Yeah, dude, Angry Beaver, you didn't see my video. I just put a video out yesterday for PulseX. You got to go back and watch it, brother. Thank you for your insights, much Maurice Gazbeek. You're very, very welcome. T.S. Pedro, anytime, brother. That's what we're here for. I want to make these live streams more and more effective every time. Oh, yeah, let's go look at BTC Landscraper. That's a good one. I haven't looked at that in a second. Let's go see what's going on. Wait. At this point, I have too many things saved. Why do I even look? PRC 25. What? I don't even have it here. Okay. All right. All right. Let's see what's going on. I'm sure I was charting this a little bit more. Let's see what's going on. So, guys, I do use logarithmic all the time. When I'm looking at something, I see the shapes that I want to see better, like this. And I do use, obviously, data numbers, but I'm more... Like when I was young, I did great in geometry and like patterns, recognitions, and shapes. I also play keyboards, guitar, piano, so my brain works a certain way. So that's why sometimes I leave it on this chart. But if anyone's ever like, hey, I want to see it in the log, just type it in there. I'll switch to log in a heartbeat. I also do use that as well. But I know some real tech people get really frustrated with me because like, switch it to log, man. I'm like, okay. So look at this, guys. It's looking really good. But we know this one's going to do numbers. So the supply on proof of work Bitcoin is around, now correct me if I'm wrong off the top of my head, I think it was 112,000 tokens. All right. Somebody, chat, help me out. It was 112,000 tokens. around there. So it's not 21 million. So I made a video where if this were to get up to a market supply or a market cap of the Bitcoin we have now, each token would be worth in the millions. But it could go higher than Bitcoin. It could, and you shouldn't try to overthink it because it has a low token supply compared to Bitcoin. So yeah, is it going to reach parity? Yeah, I think so. Could it go above and beyond parity? Yeah, it really could. Yes, this makes sense. It's going to come up here and match up with these highs over here. $400 is the target. Might have to get in on this trade. I really like proof of work Bitcoin. It's got good history, good tokenomics. I believe the Heartman might also be one of the biggest holders of proof of work Bitcoin. So now, what's really interesting here is here's what I think it might do. I think we're going to come up, hit this, come down, do a retest, and go. And I think you have to understand once we clear this range, guys, it's open skies, okay? There's not much resistance up there, all right? And it's looking really, really, really smooth, really sweet. Let's see something here. Wow, yeah, you got an inverse. Oh. You've got a lot of nice bullish signals here on the RSI. We're looking really good to continue this uptrend. I think we're going to break. Look at that. Oh, yeah, we're going up. We are going up. Confirmation. I only look at these indicators for confirmation. I always make my thesis based on what I see in the charts first and the candles. So, yeah, and this is going to break through. This blasting off, guys. And I need to add to this bag. Look at the supply. Yeah. Well, I don't know why my security systems are giving me all kind of troubles with texturing lately. But I think the token supply is like 112,000 or 120,000, something like that. But it's good. It's liquidity right now. It's 500,000. Yeah, this could really pump, guys. Really, really pump. Very cool. This is a good one for anybody, really. This is a really good one. Good evening, Kasia. How you doing? Tam, you're very welcome. Always welcome. Love matters. I love this live stream the best. You're very welcome. I'm glad you guys are enjoying it. Tom Kane says, I heard that Inc. will carry significant voting rights on RH's central finance protocol. Yeah, it probably will. And I've heard that too. And, but I don't know what that means for me right now, but yeah, that'd be cool. Sorry about that. That was loud. I need a refill. This is what you get to do after hours. Nobody's watching us. We're all adults. Angry Beaver, we did pDAI in the beginning. Maybe I'll touch back at the end. All right, Pedro, what's happening? Let's fucking go, man. It says, hey, Tam. Look at the supply. Yeah, we did. What about pDAI? We did in the beginning. Go back and check it out. If you have more questions, drop them in. If I didn't cover something on pDAI, and I'll go back and look at it. But we looked at it. And let's do PTGC, of course. So, wow, look at that liquidity. Guys, $53 million, $1 million liquidity. That's great. Whoa. Look at that. Look how it just touched this box. I told you guys, PTGC loves to front run. Everybody loves to fake everybody out. Now, we are below some resistance. Let me look at this a little closer. It is a good wine evening, isn't it? It's a great wine evening. I was feeling that. All right. So you see this trend line. Remember I was explaining to you guys, we talked about sport. Crypto's moving like this, then it's like this, and then it's like this, right? So you got to chart that, right? So we've been moving up pretty hardcore here. Okay, back here we fell below it. Okay, you guys see that? We were rejected. We came up, we retested, little fake out. PTGC loves to mess with people. And we were rejected. came down, and we've kind of been in this formation, but I'm going to change it because it's not really relevant anymore. Let's see what happened. Okay. So it looks very bullish. Absolutely looks bullish, but we are underneath this trend line. Now, these trend lines are common. I mean, we break under, we break above. It happens, but they have to be contended with, okay? And I'm coming back here to show you guys. I made the video to my channel about that trend line from hell, and you can see we did a similar thing here. And what was concerning me is that we were riding it up the whole way, and then because we were literally just moving like this on Bitcoin. Just, I mean, it's been nonstop since beginning of 2023. And then what happened? We came up, we didn't make a higher high, we broke below it here. Everyone thought it was over, came up, but got rejected at this trend line that had been holding since the beginning of 2023, or whatever the date is, and we got smacked down pretty hard. And then we've been making all kind of formations, but we have to contend with it, okay? That's why I was looking at a lot of interesting things, because this trend line is real, and you can see on PTGC. Now, this doesn't have the time involved we've had, but this is definitely didn't break up, and we've been rejected, and we got rejected again, and we're coming up, and we kind of got rejected again. So we got to bust through it, and it could happen. Obviously, we get back above, but if not, we just come back. We come in here, we get some power. You do triple bottom, double bottom, and we go again, and then we rip. So I don't see a lot of problems with it. It still looks very bullish. We could absolutely just keep ripping up again. But in some ways, we've done a... Let me see this candle. What's this? I mean, you need a double top, and you're at resistance, and you got rejected right here, okay? This is on the daily. You got a little rejection right there. Doesn't mean we can't keep ripping through it, but you might need a little bit more foundation to get that oomph to break through, right? Where you see it in the candles, you see it in the structure where it's just like ready to like pop through. And you got 1, 2, 3 rejections. It's knocking on it, but I think it wants to come down, get a little bit of juice, and then fly. But we'll see what happens. Let me go to the weekly and see this. See what's going on here. Yeah, look, MACD's way up there. Yeah, it's cranked, man. Let's see what's going on. Anything's possible with some of these alts, guys. It's only a $50 million market cap. It could absolutely just move. You also got to remember too, this isn't a $2 billion asset. This is $50 million on PulseChain. If things go bullish, it could just forget your TA. You don't want to overly get married to TA with some of these because of just how small the market caps are, and it's juicy. It's good. It's got $1 million liquidity. It's a great platform. Got a lot of support. $53 million market cap. All TA could go out the window at any second here. Okay, it could just do what it wants to do. All right. Because see, look, we didn't retest some of this stuff. See, this is like these vector candles. This is a big issue, but we didn't do it until after it ripped up, made a huge all-time high, and then it came back and retested. See this? And it retested all of this later. So you don't know. It doesn't have to, and it could just also keep crawling up this trend line. It could just keep going up and up and up too. Just like it crawls up on this side of the trend line, you could absolutely get a situation where it just keeps edging up this trend line for a very long time. So, but it looks good. It looks very bullish. Even if it were to come back in here, what are you going to get out of that? It's not collapsing. That's why I put this way up here. I don't think this stuff's going to fill, if ever, until later. So it's very bullish. Looks really good. Pedro, how can you see the dark stream of those sunglasses in low lighting? I wouldn't mess with you, crazy mother. You know what it is? These are the only... I have orange glasses, which you guys see in like all my early videos when I started my channel. But it was messing with me too much. And then I went with no glasses. And then I have these glasses. They're actually made in Japan. And they're Gucci's. You can see the screen better with these on than without, believe it or not. But I guess, they're really high quality. They're not like Ray-Bans or anything. If I put Ray-Bans on, you can't see shit. But I don't know what it is about these. I can see you could turn off all the lights, could be pitch black, and for some reason these glasses make everything look better in the dark, in the sun, anything. So I don't know. I tried some other Gucci's and they don't do the same. So there's something special about these particular frames that are made in Japan's, because the Italian Gucci's, no, they don't do it. They don't do it in the dark. It's something about this particular frame. So yeah, the long and short. Now I don't think they make these glasses anymore, so I'm never letting these go. These are special. And if ever anything were to happen with these, I'll fly to Japan, go to whoever makes these and go make me another set of these, because these are the best sunglasses I've ever had. Because I can go from pitch black, a nightclub, to bright sunlight, and everything looks amazing. What I find hard, pDAI keeps pumping. It's in God mode already. We looked at pDAI. Yeah, it looks great. Oh, it broke. Is it already breaking? It's already breaking, guys. Okay, so what was I telling you guys? We're going, yeah. No, it's going up, man. We're not coming back to this line. That's what I'm saying. And I don't think so. Anything's possible, but it's super bullish, guys. Super bullish. And remember, you have much bigger channels, and those channels that are now pro pDAI were actually flooding pDAI almost a year ago. So you have an exponential amount of momentum that's going to enter pDAI. So you got to keep that in mind. It's not just that these channels are now for it. They were against it before. They didn't go neutral. They actually are now making pDAI videos. Okay, a lot of doubters were. So you're going to see a tremendous amount of momentum come into pDAI now, because remember, it's going $0. We got 200x to go. A lot of people are going to get on board, so pack your bags. And Belta, if I find to start making exit strategy, want to have an idea on when to sell and when not. My first bull, very excited, but also nervous about selling and taking profits. Your analysis helped much. I'm glad it's helping. You have to take profits. Like, for example, I'll just tell you, up right when PTGC was here, right here in this range exactly, I took some profits. Okay. You have to make a habit where you do. Now, do I think it's going much higher? Yes. But I'm trained myself to take profits. And sometimes it's hard because you know something's going higher. But you've also been in this game long enough to be rug pulled, lied to, cheated, zombie apocalypse. Like, things happen, man. Things just happen. And so you just learn to take profits, because I know, here's another way to think about this. I know there's going to be something else I see that I want to put some money in. So if I don't have a wallet or a pool that I'm creating that I'm taking little bits of profit into, I won't be able to deploy capital then. So you just want to train yourself to do that. When you have these massive pumps, you want to. So for example, you're in PTGC, you're up here, you're an all-time high, and it could be a double top. Once again, it could keep going higher. You should take a little bit off the table. How much? That's up to you. Do you take 5%? Do you take 50%? I remember, some people take on an altcoin, if they bought here, they would have taken out half their original already, because there's something else you might want to deploy into, or you're just protecting yourself if it does come down, because shit does happen in crypto, and the projects you don't think will rug pull. We've seen it. We've all seen it. We're like, this one's legit. This is the good one. And what happens is, it's like, not the founders. It's like, oh, this dev exploited, or sometimes it's bullshit. They themselves arrange some fucking shenanigans and steal the money. Whatever, stuff happens. All right, so you got to protect yourself to the downside. Yeah, especially. So you take little bits off. You figure out over time what's good for you. Like, I took what I was comfortable with here. A percentage I took. Okay, and once again, just a habit. It's like a good habit, like getting up and brush your teeth in the morning. You're in DAI. Maybe you actually bought some here. Maybe you go, I'm going to take 5% off. Why? I don't know. You buy a dip here, maybe you buy a dip somewhere else. So it's good to think about that, to have that in your mind. So it's a great question, Pedro. And it does take practice to train yourself into that habit, and it's a good one to create. So create one for you that you're comfortable with, that you like, whether like, hey, an alt did a 4X, I'm taking 50% off the table, or whatever that is, or 10%. Take something off. Pay yourself. Take something. Even if it's 5%. You put $100 in, it turned into 400. Take $50. Take something. All right. I appreciate your work. Finger red number 1. Work. Finger red number 1. I don't know what that means, Hassan, but it sounds cool. Brad, what's happening? Fire season's over. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're getting some rest. Ready for the holidays. Tom McCain, WBT, always moving. Work big. Yeah, we looked at that one, right? You were there with us, right? Oh, it's moving. Okay. Oh, let's drop down to the 4 hour. Let's see what's going on. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, good call, man. It's busting through. Everything's busting through, guys. Thoughts? RBTC says we hope so. 1 USD so people can play in PulseChain. Yeah, man. Yeah, it's gonna be great. Gonna be great. All that money's a lot of it's gonna rotate back into PulseChain. Landscraper, thoughts on selling strats like the guitar? I've been in pDAI since inception. Haven't sold anything. I haven't taken profits on pDAI either because it's going to $1. There are some tokens I don't take profits on. Like I haven't taken profits on Incentive, or Pulse. I mean, I guess it's been down, but let's say pDAI. No, I haven't. PTGC. Yeah, I took a little bit of profits. Using pDAI as a stable. Yeah, you could. Pedro says the good thing about pDAI is the number of times you'll have to sell around $1. That shit is going to be super volatile until it exhausts the sellers. But after it does, I think it sticks to $1. All right, I'm going to make a video on this because a lot of people are asking what happens when it gets to $1. And we talked a little bit about that. So shit is pumping, guys. Shit is pumping. What is it, Saturday night? Man, I got to go to bed soon. It's late. What is it? Oh, man. So I talked about this in one of the streams. Oh, no, I think I did it in a pDAI video. I have a lot of pDAI videos. So you got to imagine that pDAI gets to 1 penny, somewhere between a penny and 10 cents. That's when the broader crypto market is going to get interested. All right, right now we're still adopting people in PulseChain. Literally, there's people in PulseChain that were fudding it a year ago that are just now turning neutral. Some of the big channels on PulseChain are just now talking about pDAI. This is just on PulseChain. It's not even in the broader crypto market yet. Okay, so as people come on board and pDAI gets between a penny and 10 cents, you're still talking about 100 to a 20x for anybody. And anybody in crypto, that's great because people are going to come with 10K bags, 100K bags, $1 million bags. That's the buys you're going to see. You're talking about big influencers, people that are established in crypto that are going to come over here because they know, like, okay, it's moving now. So first you've got these early adopters, all right? And then you've got all the speculators that are going to start showing up. Now they're going to be thinking, is it going to $1? I don't know. But in their mind, they might think, okay, I'm going to sell it 50 cents, 70 cents, or whatever that is, right? So as pDAI starts climbing, most profit taken is going to be happen by 50 cents. Okay, probably between 50 cents and 70 cents. But you got to keep in mind there's this transition point around 50 cents to 70 cents, okay, where people are going to be convinced it's going to $1. And all the speculators, I think, will be out by 50 cents, most of them. Okay, they're not going to hold that long if you're a speculator with this thing that's supposed to go to $1, all right? And maybe some will straggle on until about 70 cents. So that's why I give you that range, 50 to 70 cents. Now, once you pass that point, maybe it's like 70 to 80. This is the other little transition point. No one's letting it go. Nobody is. And you have to understand that incentive structures will be built after about 80 cents that you aren't going to see now, that they're not going to show the speculators. The speculators won't know, but they'll be happy. They did good. Maybe they did a 20x or 10x or whatever it is, and they're coming with big bags, like, from crypto. So the incentive structures are going to change because all of a sudden, past 70, 80 cents, you're going to see, right when you think like, oh, I'm going to start to sell at 80 cents, whatever, farms will pop up, yield farms, where you can get yield on your pDAI. There may be other incentive structures that come up, other game mechanics of how to use pDAI. And by that point, 70, 80 cents, people are going to hold that to $1 because now there's going to be other things you can do with that pDAI when it gets to $1. So I think the sell pressure is going to lessen around 50 to 70 cents. You're going to see a lot of sell pressure, but it is going to open up past 70 to 80 cents where people aren't going to sell because maybe you stake it and you get 4%, 5%, 6%, 7% yield. Why are you going to, if you bought 100,000 pDAI and gets to $1, maybe you sell some, but you're going to stake, a lot of it and get the yield. It's phenomenal yield, and people may not see that. The speculators may not see that. They may not care. So they may just go like, good, I bought in at 5 cents. I got to 50 cents. I dumped it. That's the speculators. They're not going to wait for I use 70 cents because in crypto we see that point, right? Like 70% of the way to the target. So that's where a lot of speculators will get off, 50 cents, 60 cents. But they'll be gone. And the real holders are going to hold, and they might plan to take some profits around 70 to 80 cents. But what I'm telling you, mark my words, around that point, that's when you're going to see other initiatives pop up for how to use pDAI. And then they're just going to hold because you have a lot of things you can do with it when it gets to $1. Why are you going to dump it at 70 or 80 cents? And then speculators that dumped it at 50, 60 cents are going to cry. But whatever, a lot of them move on. They look for other opportunities, kind of how the game works. Let's see. We're going to die. Brad says, so yeah, that's why I think it's going to stick, and there'll be a lot less sell pressure than people realize past the points, as I mentioned in the little rant I just did. Brad says, I like pDAI because you can just hold it. You don't have to worry about pulling out profits, chill and enjoy the ride. That's how I'm taking it right now. I'm pretty certain we get to $1. I've done a lot of deep dives into it and made quite a few videos. And I've watched almost everything the Heartman has said about pDAI at this point. So Pedro says, when we did the Hex 1 interview and discussed pDAI. When we did the Hex 1 interview and discussed pDAI, I still think that is the best options once collateral reaches enough to cover the pDAI in circulation and pDAI sellers are exhausted. It sticks to $1. Yeah, we did talk about that, didn't we? I want to go back. I feel like we talked so much stuff that was so technical. I forgot about some of the details. I'd definitely love to chat with you again. How is Hex 1 doing? And talk more about pDAI and what you've seen. And maybe we can speculate because a lot of people are asking a lot of these same questions is what I'm getting all the time. And I've thought a lot about it, but I'm certain that we can bring more light from different angles to this discussion. So yeah, it'd be cool to chat with you again. Let's do that, man. Crypto7, what's up, brother? How are you doing? Check out new L1 Sui, man. Bodes well for PulseChain. Sui, I got a lot of friends in crypto talking about Sui. And you want to look? Let's look at the chart. I didn't know you were into Sui. Let's go look at it. You're talking about the Sui, like, yeah, the layer 1, the big. Is this the one? What is it? Oh, I got to get out of here to look at it, right? I got to go to, this isn't it. No, that's not it. Let me come here to Sui Tether on Binance. Oh, whoa. That's why my friends were telling me about it. See? Yes. I had a lot of friends. See, oh, look at this W. Look at that. Guys, Sui is, wow. 7. I could have used this intel before. This is, okay, let's chart it. Let's give you guys an update. Let's see where it's going. Let me look at this candle here real quick. Hang on 1 second. Okay. Fuck. All right. So here's what we got. Yeah, there's a beautiful W. You guys can see that. Okay. Left shoulder ahead, right shoulder. This is why I have so many people in crypto. They're like, hey, man, Sui. I've been so absorbed over here. That's why you guys got to pay attention to everything. There's a lot to pay attention to. So let's just take this. You got a ton of bullish formations here without a doubt. Even though this isn't complete, I still see the inverse head and shoulders, and it matters because it just gives you confirmation there's a ton of bullish patterns here, okay? So we can put a target on this, all right? And is that also, yeah, I mean, look, you can also, we'll go ahead and chart this too because just for the fun of it. Because this target is probably somewhere up here, okay? Let's look at this. Let's see where it's headed. Guys, I'm not doing this pip. I'm doing this really quick. When you guys get in there, you can be a little more finer in your detailed. So this got general target of $4.20. We're in a simulation. You can't write this stuff. It's 100% going to 420. Did somebody paint this chart? This is amazing. Wait, Crypto 7, if you're still here, why does this bode well for PulseChain? Are you talking about the structure? Because we see the W. Because I did a video on that with the comparison with Ton being a DeFi chain and the W pattern. Is that how you mean, or is there another connection that I don't know about? Because I don't know a lot about Sui. So you got this target up here, $4.20, guys. This is a great trade. Obviously, everyone in crypto is in this. That's a good and bad thing. The good thing is, it's got a lot of support and it's going up, and a lot of these targets and structures will be hit. The bad thing is, people just take a lot of profits, but that's okay. I'm not one of those that's like anti-VC this or that. Like VC stuff's pumps, Solana pumps. And what's the problem? I just like DeFi because for the long run, I think it's something to believe in. It's something really cool. Let's just chart this really quick. Let's look at this other little inverse head and shoulders as well. So if I flip the chart, you guys see this guy. So we'll chart it upside down just for the fun of it. Let's see how. I don't know. Is that right? Okay. Who cares? We're just having fun. We're not doing this to the pip. It's okay. All right. Yeah. I mean, it broke us out of there. If you see, I bet you'll see a break if I go to like the 4 hour. What does this do? Where'd it go? I don't know. So you just got a lot of bullish shapes here. It's just looking really beautiful. Oh, that's why. I didn't quite draw this right. Aha. Now this might get us somewhere where we want to go. Yeah. It led you up there. Good stuff, man. Good stuff. I think this trade could be worth still getting into. It's not going to be a straight line. So, you're going to expect, look, you're in blue sky territories, right? we don't know what to go off here. But, okay, so here's what I'm going to do really quick. If I had to get in this trade, I would do this just to give me something, okay? I would. Just to go like, well, I need something, right? Am I getting in right now? Where do I get in? Okay, so I want to get in this, right? So just do that really quick. So, okay, cool, we hit that. And see, I just pulled the tops of this, and I came down here to all this muckety muck over here. So you guys can do this next time. Cool, because this is worth getting into if you want to get into it, because we have a juicy target up here. So now you know you've hit that. So what does that tell me? Okay, I'll probably come down here, and then we'll break through. We'll retest that, and we'll go up. So you got something to mess with. So maybe you can expect this maybe to pull back a little bit more, but we are pretty bullish. And you can set up fibs and retrace targets to really get that if you really wanted to, but you got a pretty big target up there. So let's see what happens. And I'm actually quite sure, Pedro says, I'm actually quite sure it will go beyond $1 at some point before the vault activates and you can add collateral. I would bet that is actually a requirement for pDAI to peg. I 100% agree with you. And I mentioned this also in some of my pDAI videos that we're going past $1. And people don't understand that collateralization is a process because it's not like the vault just opens and some tokens go in and everything's. It's gonna be this process. We're gonna overshoot $1. We're gonna collapse below it. We're gonna come back above. It's gonna be really interesting, and then the collateralization will happen, and then it'll get closer to $1. But there'll be a point there where you can actually get some really interesting trades if you're very fast about it, and I think it'll take time. I don't think it's gonna be an instant. So you'll have time. I think it'll go above $1. People will actually think it's gonna go much higher, and I think it could. It could actually like watch it because like $1.10 or something ridiculous before it comes back. I think once we hit a penny, it'll go fast. Yes, possible. I think a penny. Yeah, that could be a penny. Could be that spot, that juicy spot that we get to, and it here it is. A penny could be it. No, I don't know, brother. No, because our all-time high was almost at a penny. I do think we need to get. You think a penny? You think we just get past the last all-time high? It's possible, man. It's possible. I put 0.025 cents up here, and I think that's a pretty interesting place where people get really heated for it. But I could land scrape. That'd be great if it did. And pDAI for sure will go to $1, dump like 90%, recover 90%, go beyond $1, then collateral as well. Above pDAI in circulation and Vault activates, you can add collateral. Dude, it's gonna be so crazy when it happens. It's gonna be so amazing. Like, just it's the holy. It's like finding the cup of Christ. You guys understand? You guys understand what's gonna happen when it collateralizes? When that vault collateralizes, it's gonna be like finding the Ark of the Covenant. Like, what the fuck? Dude, it's gonna be like Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. Plus all the protocols that use pDAIs. Yeah, we forget the effect it's gonna have, like the web effect. You know, what the butterfly effect. Dude, we don't talk about that. Peter, do you want to just make a video? You want to talk about the butterfly effect of what's gonna happen when pDAI collateralizes at $1? Like, forget the speculation of what happens at $1, but just talking about the butterfly effect that's going to go across not only PulseChain but all of crypto, and what are some of the possibilities that could happen, and things you just can't anticipate right now, right? PLS will look like Suchar, yeah, exactly. And I painted that in. I talk about that in a lot of the videos I put out recently on the big W, the big W. All right, yeah. So, and then also if you look at TonChain, it's very similar as well. I don't know why I just opened that. Let's go back to pDAI. Let's see, it does. PLS will look at the chart 100%. It does. Without the VC pressure because so many high rollers sold during the last year. Sui's, yeah, that's ripping, brother. Crypto 7, both new L1s launch same time. That's all really like investors will ape into all new ones. Yeah. I mean, they're promoting Sui big time. So that's why I do think it's still a good play. I think it's still a great play. And I think we'll get to that target for sure. This is very bullish. And there's a lot of hype, a lot of YouTubers that are been brought in to pump Sui. And you guys, that's not a bad thing. You know, we're in DeFi, so we look at that as bad, but it's not bad. Sometimes you just get in these trades and you ride the hype, because when it gets up here, when this target's hit, they're gonna hype it up again. I don't know what their final target. What's the market cap of Sui? Ethereum is ripping right now. Is it? So am I like asleep over here? What am I like? Don't look for 1 second. Oh. Of course it's ripping. That's why our alts are ripping. So we've broken out, guys. This is good. So we're heading into some major resistance, but this is really good. Hang on 1 second. I need to see something really quick. So this is a monthly Ethereum. I'm looking at some stuff. So I'm looking at this, what it's done before. You can look at the 2021 run over here on the stock, how it came up and blasted right through, because we had, that interesting moment we had where everything was going to fall apart from that distribution we had, and then we did that other second high at 69K. Of course, we had divergences and bears, but you can see how it did that here. And I'm looking over here, and I'm not as crazy about this one, to be totally honest with you. I'm not. I can't put my finger on why yet, but we got to see what happens. Let me think if I know why something's bothering me. Sometimes I don't always know why a structure is bothering me. I don't know why that's there. So that's interesting. We got to keep an eye on that. And then this looks fine. Okay, it's doing what it's doing. Of course, you're expecting this is normal. The asset's growing, but this is fine. But there's part of me that does feel like Ethereum could use like a reset. Not a huge, it's not going to come down, it's not going down to like $2, but it's like something. Could this be something that plays out? I don't know. Falling wedge. Let's see what happens. What we want this to do is come up, break above here, and go. This is great. This is great for our alt, so we enjoy it. Like I said, I think we'll have a little bit of pullback here, and tomorrow night, Sunday night, it's probably going to fly. That's when we're going to fly. So maybe tomorrow, tonight, late tonight, tomorrow, you're going to see a little bit of pullback, and we might see some crazy God candles Sunday night on Bitcoin too, as it plows forward. And Ethereum is ripping right now. It's 3,200. That's great, man. That's great. PUSD is ripping. Might be the Atropa tie to pDAI. Great. Yeah. All those P stables are going to move in similar fashion. Absolutely. Absolutely. 100%. 100%. You guys do me a favor, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel. I just put out a couple videos the other day with PulseX and PulseChain, giving some price targets. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Wait a minute. Sui, Aptos, and PulseChain all launched around the same time within months. Oh, that's interesting. What's up, Chris? Turk says max 10 to 20x profits from Sui. It's already at 8 billion. Nice. 160 billion market cap. You think you could go to 160 billion market cap? I don't know a whole lot about. Yeah, it just bodes well for PLS. Because it launched at the same time, is that why it bodes well? You guys aren't really giving me a lot of something to bite into there, but I'm going to do some research on Sui. Let's see. Exactly, collateralization is a process. Yeah. 2 more weeks, PulseChain will do the same. Face blue smiling. Let's keep our fingers crossed. TomChain, the sellers of pDAI will be eaten once critical mass kicks in past 12 cents. That's what yeah. Well, I was saying that, after 10 cents, speculators are going to show up. That's when really the big money from crypto is going to just flock in big time, because they're going to go for a 5 to 10x. So like I said, 50 cents to 70 cents, 80 cents, and then some of those cats will be out. But some will become believers by then. They'll do their research to understand what's going on. Just 2 more weeks. 2 more weeks. Everything's pumping now. Yeah. Yeah, man, sure. PLS starting to pump. Oh, fuck. Let's come back. Literally while we're on stream, man. This is crazy. It's exciting. Let's see what's going on. All right, this is my messy chart, guys. I'm just pulling it up. Yeah, we're looking good, man. We're looking great. I hope you guys have accumulated. We're still in a really juicy accumulation zone. I've had this zone on my chart since very early. I think I just started streaming, and I already and we're still hanging out in that zone. This is a perfectly fine place to accumulate, because I think, like I said in my video, once this inverse head and shoulders plays out, it's very bullish. You got a target. We'll pull back a little bit, and then it's blast off. I would 100% be DCing right now if I didn't have a big enough pulse bag. So yeah, get in there. Well done. Thank you for the great vibes, Crypto7. I really appreciate that, and appreciate your alpha. DK could make sense for pDAI to be worth more than $1, especially since actually a dollar can be printed without needing collateral. That could be something that we talk about. I'll talk about with Pedro. Will it hold above $1 for very long? I don't know. Landscape between pDAI, best meme in general. I believe most are underestimating Bear. Landscape, we talked about Bear earlier on, but Bear's going to be amazing. I think that's going to tie together with the Heartman streaming again. I will catch you outside. Crypto stream shared. You got to stay on now. Oh, man, I was just about to be like, all right, I'm going to need more wine. All right, we'll stick off for a little bit longer. And Belta, thanks, brother. I really appreciate vibes. Came here from Crypto7 sharing on X. Tracy, welcome. Welcome to the party. Welcome to the party, pal. Good to see you. Thanks, Crypto7. I appreciate that share. Turk says, our main goal is Ethereum to hit 10K plus and SAC wallet, having 1.8 billion war chest. If 20 to 30 million can give us 5 to 10x, imagine what 200 to 300 million can do, yet alone 1 billion. You know, Turk, you're 100% right. and then you combine that with collateralization of the vaults of pDAI. I'm going to make videos again. I have to revise my targets. It's going to be really absurd. It's going to get to an absurd level. So appreciate that, Turk. That's good. UFO next. Okay. Bonix Lover, what's up? I know you're a PTG fan. We covered that PTGC. We covered it a little earlier. This fucking girl always ready. Yes, 777. Also, congrats to Ante for onboarding almost 1 million. Dude, she onboarded 1 million? I knew she was onboarding. I didn't know it was that much. Come on, you guys, are you kidding me? Let's go look at UFO. Okay, because that is part of the PTGC system. Let's go take a look at that. Let's go to UFO. See what it's doing. That had a lot more. I had one saved. Hang on, maybe not. Okay. Let's go. Okay. This Pulse looking good. $14.5 million market cap. We broke out of this down here. Non-stop bullish structures forming down here. Absolutely beautiful. W's, in% shoulders, looking great. Cup and handles. Blasted off. You're up in here. What happens next? What happens next? Let's see. Let me come down. Let's go this way. Yeah, really going up, man. It's a pretty small volume, 37K, 1.3 million. There's not a lot of chart to chart here, except to know, look, this is really bullish. This is part of the ecosystem. You should know a little bit about what it is, what it's going on, but it's just bullish. Yeah. It's going up. It's going to go higher. It's going to go higher for sure. Everything's going to go higher right now. So no one's a genius right now, guys. So just keep that in mind. None of these projects are geniuses right now. Everything's going up. Everything's going to pump. All right. Everything looks good. Yes. Let's see. Yeah, but it's definitely a new all-time high, and it's looking juicy. It looks like it's going to keep going. Got no issues with it at all. Firefighter Brad. Wolf, appreciate you. Keep up all your litter friends. Got to go. Hey, man. See you later, brother. Great to see you. Stay safe out there. All the best. Don't forget to check Hog. Best meme right now on PulseChain. Yeah, Hog was doing great. Let's go look at Hog. Hog. Let's see what happened. Okay, it's moved a little bit. Let's just come up here. Hitting for... All right. Well, everything's bullish right now. It's a tiny market cap. There's really nothing much to say. There's nothing I can tell you with absolute confidence, except that it's bullish and it's going up. It's looking good. It looks great. In times like these in a bull run, when you have these smaller alts and stuff, they're gonna run with everything. Everyone's a genius right now. So you got to just enjoy it. We're in a lot of these projects, so we're taking advantage of it. Is it the best meme right now? I don't know. I don't know if it's the best, but it looks good. It's running. I got a broadening wedge, but well, I don't know what it is. It's a meme with a low market cap. It's doing bullish things. Could it go much higher? Yeah, anything's possible. Nobody can tell you with definiteness, whether it is going to go much higher or not. Obviously, you've got some of this that needs to be filled, but it doesn't need to fill it now. It can run for a while before it comes back to fill it. But this is a crazy vector candle right here. Obviously, it's a problem area. It's a problem area on anything. I can go back to PTGC and show you why I charted it the way it is. It doesn't have to hang out there very long, but it has to backfill at some point. So you can see, for example, we went over this earlier in the video. You guys can go back and look at that. You got this crazy thing. Was always a problem. But when we came through here, a lot of people who are probably just traders would probably wait for it to come back here. But when you know crypto, you know it's probably going to do something nutty first and then come back. And that's what it did. It went up. All the people that thought it was going to fill this were wrong. But finally, what happened? It has to fill it at some point because the market never tested this range. And the way I look at it is just like, to keep it simple in my mind, I just think of it like a bunch of people at a farmer's market selling strawberries, and people are undercutting people, and areas just need to be tested price-wise. So I just think of it like supply and demand. And this is an area that never got tested, and it gets tested at some point. I just look at it like really simple. So hog, this is an area. The market never got to test the price range here. At some point, it's going to be tested. But here's the thing to remember. Sometimes with these little alts, depending on what the market cap was, it doesn't have to come back ever because it started so small. But I think this, you never know. You never know. You never know how big these things get. But this is a range you're going to look for at some point because it went through it too fast. It's getting late, guys. So something's going to be double checked in there, even if it just goes there at some point. But it may have been small enough back then that it doesn't have to. Let's see, what was the market cap back here? It was 225,000. 32. There's a good chance it gets checked at some point. I don't know when though. Like I showed you on PTGC, it can keep running before it comes back, but at some point it's gonna test it, and then after it's done testing it, it's gone away. And one thing I said on PTGC is, yeah, we did some more of that, but I don't think we're coming back here for a very long time. If we ever, I don't think these are gonna get tested. I think PTGC is too strong, but I do see it possibly coming into here a little bit for a second. Everyone is genius right now. Yeah, we're fine with it. We take it. X is doing great. Also, X. You mean Hex? Twitter? What do you? X. Oh, is that? Oh, that's the other one as part of the thing. I remember. Okay, I know what you're talking about. You know, I haven't. Was it? I think I tried pulling it up before and I couldn't pull it up. That's what happened. So put the token address, Chris Crypto, because I think X is was the token that was made for Coach, right? I can't find it. I don't know where it is. X protocol. Is this it? X protocol. Oh, there it is. I found it. Oh, I did find it. Look, I had some charting on there. All right. Popped up. I'm going to save it this time. Okay. Let's see what happened. Yeah, it ripped. Did good. Just backfilled the wick, so it never... Oh, it's cool, man. It's doing great. Everybody's doing great right now. I'm really excited. It's great to see all this happening on PulseChain. I'm very excited for everybody right now on PulseChain. And I hope everybody's making money. Everybody's doing really good. I think we just keep pumping for a while. I don't anticipate whatever the news gives you. You know, I think we got some pump going for a while. I think Bitcoin is heading up to 80K. I did some more breakdown in the beginning of this video. You guys go back and watch it. Where we're on our way to 80K. There's no doubt in my mind we're breaking to the upside for a little while. So take advantage of this. There's issues in the market you got to be aware of. We talked about that earlier in the video too. But right now, you guys got to enjoy this stuff. And so here's what's going on here. This is really cool. Even though this is quite new, we don't have a ton of... It's already at a $1 million market cap. Look at that. Right on. You got a lot of bullish patterns here. I can see an inverse head and shoulders forming here. Maybe you got a cup and handle. Either way, it's looking really bullish. Has it been out for a while? Yeah, MACD's just going straight up. You're going skyward. I need... Yeah, I think you got more room to run. Is there enough energy to break this and keep going? That's the thing. I don't know. I mean, look, it's kind of one of those things where we're euphoric right now, and if the bull run just continues into December, which I think it will, anything's possible. You know, I do feel like you do need to retest a little something to get more energy back to blast, just the way that where PTGC go, and the way PTGC. There's something about structure that reveals to you how much energy is combined with the candles when you look at the candles, right? So to make this move here, you had to touch this. This is double bottom. You couldn't do it from here. I can't explain it to you when you see it. You just can't do it from here. You have to fall like this, and then you have a tremendous amount of energy. So sometimes you're looking at it for, do you feel, is there energy to just, you know, and with something this low market cap with PTGC pumping, I think it could just go through. We don't have to worry about it. But generally, you are thinking it needs to come down, and at least to here, $330 million thousand market cap to get some more energy. It doesn't need to fill this whole area, but we need something. But it looks bullish, so that's great. PTGC keeps pumping. This is going to keep pumping. Looks great, man. Kingsway, what's up, man? Great to see you. It is me myself. Yes, sir. Crypto's 100%. 80K next for BTC, and that's going to propel ETH. That's it. That's where we're at. All right, pups. It was an amazing evening, guys. Smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel. It was great hanging out with all of you guys. It is late night, and I'm going to wrap it up. But any questions, anything you guys want to talk about, put it down below. We got a lot of work to do this next couple weeks. Let's all make some green. So I'll go back and I'll cover anything you guys mentioned or send me a message about. We'll do it. And some people talked about getting together with Sonny, and also there was somebody else. So yeah, get a message out to them. And Crypto 7, great seeing you, man. Pedro, let's definitely get together and talk about that conceptualization about pDAI, give people some ideas, and also talk about the butterfly effect it could have in the market. So stay tuned to the channel. Got some great stuff coming out. And in the meantime, take care of yourselves. Talk to you later. Good night, everyone.